What sold? Day 156. The first sale of the day is this pair of vintage Levi 501s in a men's size 31 by 27. These were early 2000s pair, like 2001, I want to say, and they sold in 12 days for a best offer of $17 plus shipping. I would probably price these around $30, maybe even $35 if the inseam was more of a normal inseam. I'm not sure if these just shrunk a ton or if they were actually hemmed up, but with only a 27-inch inseam, those are not going to be very good sellers. Usually the longer the inseam, the better the seller is going to be. And then as long as the waist doesn't get above like a 36 or 38, then the vintage Levi's will still sell pretty well. Once the vintage Levi's start getting too big in the waist, that's not really the demographic for the vintage ones, so they're not going to sell that well. So number 2 is this Pendleton canvas jacket in a men's size XL. This sold in 1 day for a best offer of $50 plus shipping. This is my first time finding like a workwear jacket by Pendleton, not a wool one. This is more like a Carhartt style, and it sold really well, and I might have been able to squeeze a little bit more out of this, but with the winter kind of coming to an end soon, I want to move my jackets as quickly as possible because I don't want to be sitting on any of especially these bigger jackets all the way until next winter. I'd rather move them now, even if I lose like $5 or $10 of value. Jackets I'm usually making more of a profit on because I don't usually pick up jackets if they're more towards that $10 profit range, especially a big jacket like this. They take a little bit more time to photo and list, and they cost a little bit more to ship, so I want it to be more worth my time and make sure that I'm going to make more of a profit on these, usually in the $15 to $25 range as far as profit goes. Sale number 3, one of my favorite to sell, and I will sell these closer to that $10 to $15 profit because they are smaller and they're super easy and they sell super quickly. This is a Patagonia Better sweater. This one's in a size men's medium. It is one of the full zips. Sold in 1 day for full price $48.88 plus shipping. And these are just such an amazing item. I say it all the time, but these are the kind of items that you want to be paying up for. Items that have a known to be selling through quickly and selling for a ton of money. It's okay to pay $20 for these. After fees and shipping, you're still going to make $20 profit, double your money, and it's going to sell quickly. So don't be afraid to pay up for good items like this. Sale number 4, this is a Tommy Bahama Disney Parks Hawaiian shirt. It's only in a men's size small and did have a few small spots on it. Took a little while to sell. It sold for in 5 months, but it sold for a best offer of $50 plus shipping. I remember this item actually being priced up, I want to say like 15 or 20 bucks at the thrift store, and I actually passed on it at first. I circled back around to it and looked up some comps, and there were some very good comps even for size smalls, so I ended up picking it up. It did sit around for a little while, probably because I had it priced a bit too high, but a $50 sale for this shirt is a great sale, and I'm really happy that I picked it up. Sale number 5, a Trader Joe's employee shirt in a men's large. One of the newer prints. This one's probably 5 or 10 years old at the most. And this is a long sleeve one. It sold in 1 month for full price, $20 plus shipping. These sell anywhere between the $15 and $20 mark pretty quickly. I don't think it's really worth trying to squeeze a couple more bucks out of them because that's kind of just where they land. And as long as you price them around there, they're going to sell pretty quick. And they're pretty good pickups as long as you can pick them up cheap enough. Sale number 6 is this Lululemon workout shirt in a men's medium. This sold in 2 days for a best offer of $20 plus shipping. These are actually items that I will pay up to $10 for usually as long as they're in good condition because I can move them quickly. And even if I paid $10 for this, I'm still going to make about an $8 profit after fees and shipping, which isn't too bad. Sale number 7, one of my favorites recently are these Lululemon pants. This is the ABC Classic in a men's 33 by 32. This one took 2 months to sell and it sold for a best offer of $45 plus shipping. This is actually the low end for these. This one might have had a little flaw in it or something because I usually price these at $59.99 and then accept offers down to $50. Had this one priced down to $55 and accept an offer of $45. Still a great flip. I do pay up for these pants often. I pay, $20 to like $24 sometimes for these, but even if I paid $24 for these, I'm still making $15 at least profit on this, and they sold quickly. Sale number 8 is this Disney Hawaiian shirt. This one is the Emperor's New Groove. It sold in 47 days for a best offer of $18 plus shipping. These Disney Hawaiian shirts that aren't just Mickey Mouse and they're like themed to a specific show or a specific movie usually actually sell a little bit better than just the more general Mickey ones. And this one sold quickly. Like I said, 47 days, so a month and a half. Some of the Disney ones that just have like Mickey or Goofy on them might sit around for a few more months and sell for the $15 to $20 range. So I'm really happy with this sale. Sale number 9 is this John Varvatos goat suede leather jacket in a men's size 48. This is actually the second time this sold. It got returned, and I honestly think that the buyer wore it because it got a little bit more worn than when I shipped it out. But no big deal. That happens sometimes. You can't let it ruin your business or ruin your day. It's just part of selling used clothing and offering free returns. But after relisting this, it sold in 14 days for a best offer of $120 plus shipping. The buyer did say that it was too small when they returned it, even though, like I said, I think that they just wore it and then returned it. But the sizing on John Varvatos jackets like this is like European sizing or something. So even though it's a 48, I think that's actually a US 38. That's why I included small in the title this time. That way the buyer knew what they were getting. I obviously include measurements on all my items as well. So this one's been with the buyer now for a few days, I think, and they haven't opened up a return. So I think it should be fine this time. I think adding small in the title really helped prevent a return the second time. Sale number 10 is this pair of Tommy Bahama shorts in a men's size 40. These were embroidered with some stuff on it. If they didn't have the embroidery, I definitely would have left them behind. But even in the middle of winter, they still sold in 3 months for a best offer of $19 plus shipping. And that's actually a pretty good sale for just a regular pair of shorts. Sale number 11, this is one of my favorite panhandle slim shirts to find, the Brooks and Dunn line. This one sold in 3 months for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. Most of these do well. This one even had some flaws on it, still sold pretty decently. And 3 months and $25 for a Western shirt, that's actually a pretty good amount to get for a pretty, an older Western shirt that's pretty worn. Sale number 12 is this Patagonia midweight Capeline base layer shirt. This one was in a good size, a men's 2XL. It did take a while to sell. It took 11 months to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. I probably just had this priced too high. $35 might have been too much of a stretch for this. If I would have priced this closer to where it sold, then it would have probably sold within a few months. Sale number 13 was this Flint and Tinder wax jacket in a men's size small. This sold in 1 day for a best offer of $130 plus shipping. I picked this up from the flea market. I want to say I paid up for it, maybe $30. I can't remember exactly, but I paid up for it a bit, but I knew that it was going to be a good seller. I didn't know it was going to be this good of a seller. But it did have a big wear spot on the front bottom, if you guys can kind of see it down there. That did definitely take away some of the value. This jacket normally goes between $150 and $200, but I listed it on the low end because of that wear. Ended up taking a quick offer, and I'm really happy with this sale and a great profit. Sale number 14 is this lightweight Polo Ralph Lauren sweatshirt in a men's large. This took 1 month to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. I think I got like 5 or 6 of these a month ago from the flea market. They all sold between $25 and $30. Almost any Polo Ralph Lauren sweatshirt actually has a good amount of value. Is going to sell anywhere from $25 to $50. If you can get the bigger size ones, then they sell even better. But definitely outerwear from Polo Ralph Lauren does much better than t-shirts. Sale number 15 is this Tommy Bahama embroidered shirt in a men's small. This one sold in 2 months for a best offer of $20 plus shipping. These embroidered Tommy Bahamas are really the ones that you want to be looking out for. And these are the ones that I will usually make an exception to my rule of only picking up XL or bigger. The embroidered ones almost always have some value. This one even had a few spots on the front of it and still sold in 2 months for $20. So that's a pretty good sale, especially for a size small. If this was an XL or 2XL, probably would have added $10 to $20 of value. Sale number 16 is this pair of Nike athletic shorts in a men's 2XL. These did have a camo print on them. That's the only reason I picked them up. If these were just a solid color, I would have left them behind. They took 4 months to sell, and they sold for a best offer of $16 plus shipping. That's a great sale for just a pair of athletic shorts. Sale number 17 and the final sale of the day was this vintage Kappa polo shirt in a men's medium. This took 1.5 years to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $10 plus shipping. Honestly, when items have been sitting around that long and they still sell for $10 plus shipping, I consider that a win. I probably paid, $5 for this item, and I'm still making a profit, and I'm getting an old item out of my store that isn't very sought after, so that's definitely a win-win. That's it for the sales today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 157 of the What Sold series. Peace.